may pose a couple questions. Mr. Stevens, how do you know about the photo in Defendant Williams 26?
Like anytime I used to like hear or see anything about a magazine with him in it, knowing that's somebody I grew up with, I go check it out because they were like the magazine big. So yeah, I recall checking a lot of stuff out that was like magazine wise.
Okay, and it's your testimony that you have seen or you saw this particular picture in, you said GQ magazine?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Any questions based on the court's one?
State does not have any objection to number 26.
26, I should say. I'll admit 26, and it may be published as you, and Defendant Williams 26, it may be published as you see fit.
Mr. Stevens, you remember this from GQ magazine?
Yes.
You remember it being in 2016?
I don't remember the date, but I remember the magazine.
I couldn't hear you.
I don't remember the date. I remember the magazine.
And do you remember this being a highlight on Jeffrey in GQ magazine?
Yeah.
And were there, I know you don't remember, but were there other pictures? I'm not saying you remember them, but do you remember other pictures?
I don't remember that particular picture.
Okay. And it may be obvious to some, but what color is Jeffrey wearing in the shirt?
Blue.
And white?
Blue and white.
Okay. And how about the pants?
Blue.
Okay. You can take it down, Mr. Kokomo, and thank you so much. I'm going to show you what's been already marked and I believe admitted into evidence 12U. May I approach Your Honor?
You may, sir.
And if, Your Honor, I don't have this on my upload. Can I show it to the jury just by passing it around in a moment? That would be great.
Okay.
Mr. Stevens, is that the photograph that you were referring to earlier when I asked you a question about Rich Gang?
Yes.
And does Rich Gang have a lot of different, if you know, merchandise that they wear and sell?
Yes.
Is this what you're wearing in 12U states the exhibit number?
Yes.
And is that just one type of Rich Gang merch or merchandise?
Yes.
Okay. I believe that the state is going to put it so the jurors can see. And just for the jurors' memory, who else is in that picture with you?
In the middle, Shannon Stillwell, and then my far left is Antonio Sledge.
And those are people you identified already?
Yes.
Okay. Are you saying that Rich Gang in any way is any type of criminal street gang who does crime to further the interests of the gang? Do you have any knowledge that Rich Gang is anything other than a music group?
No. No.
Do you know who Birdman Williams is, Brian Birdman Williams?
Yes.
Was he a member of Rich Gang?
Yes.
And is he a known performer, musical performer?
Yes.
And if you know, has he done work with Nicki Minaj, if you know?
Yes.
Drake, if you know?
Yes.
Is he also a producer of music? A record label?
Yeah, a lot of things from my understanding. I don't know, like, specific.
Right. How about Lil Wayne? Did Mr. Brian or Birdman Williams, did he have an association with Lil Wayne?
Yes.
Did he raise Lil Wayne, if you know?
I sustain the objection.
Okay. Did he promote Lil Wayne's career, if you know?
Yes.
And is that what you were saying earlier about Jeffrey wanted a record label to sing about YSL, Cash Money Records? Is that what Birdman Williams and Lil Wayne sang about?
Objection, compound.
I sustain the question.
From your listening of Lil Wayne's music, did he sing about Cash Money Records?
Yes.
Is that the record label of Brian or Birdman Williams?
Yes.
Also, in Rich Gang, is there a gentleman, if you know, part of that group named, I'm going to give you the stage name, the performer's name, Rich Homie Kwan?
Yes.
And is he also a musical performer?
Yes.
And is Jeffrey Williams or Young Thug part of Rich Gang?
Yes.
And the three of them got together, and that's what Rich Gang is, true?
Yes.
And that's the musical group.
Yes.
And you're wearing, and it's now here, and thank you so much, Ms. Hilton, 12U, states 12U is on the screen. And is that one of the merchandise that Rich Gang sells to promote their musical gang,
Yes.
musical group? And it says Rich Gang, right?
Yes.
Okay, and there's 5 stars, right?
Yes.
You went through all this already.
Yes.
All right, you can remove it, but thank you so much. With regards to Mr. Williams, number 24, that we were discussing yesterday, may I approach you on? See what you saw yesterday. I sent you stuff.
Yes.
Just do me a favor, just look at this, and it's, I can show you in color if you need it. But this is something you saw yesterday, right?
Yes.
And that's number 24, I believe, Mr. Williams? Is my handwriting good enough? Is it number 24?
My name's Stevens.
What'd you say?
My name's Steve, Mr. Stevens.
What, I said Mr. Williams, exhibit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I write Mr. Williams, number
I
24.
thought that was, Can I ask my attorney a question, sir?
Say again?
Can I ask my attorney a question? Get my water from outside?
Yes, sir.
Water is Jack.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Is that what you need? Okay.
Yes,
All
thank you.
right.
My bad.
No, that's fine. Can I ask you some question about Mr. Williams, number 24?
Yes.
Do you recognize the people in that photograph in the exhibit?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where that where that photograph was taken?
No.
Okay. All right. Then we're going to move on. You can just leave it there unless it bothers you. I would like to ask you a couple of questions. About exhibit number 30, which I'm going to mark right now.
You want to react?
You may, okay.
Thank you.
May I approach, sir? Yes, sir, you may. May I approach you, Mr. Stevens?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm showing you what I've marked as Mr. Williams, number 30. Just take a peek at that, if you don't mind. Tell me if you recognize that document.
If I seen it before?
Yeah.
Nah, but I'm familiar with what it's saying still, though.
Well, the judge is going to make legal rulings. Just let's start. You may have answered the question. Have you seen that on Instagram previously?
No, not previously.
We'll move on. Number, I'd like to show you what I'll mark. It's Mr. Williams, number 31. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may, sir.
Thank you, sir. May I approach you, sir?
Yes.
Showing you what I marked as Mr. Williams number 31. Take a look at that. Tell me whether you recognize that exhibit.
Do I know what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
And have you seen photographs of that person before?
Yes.
And is what's in exhibit number 31 accurate to your understanding of how that person looks?
Yes.
And is it have any modifications or changes from what you know that person looks like?
No.
Does that, Mr. Williams, number 31, accurately show the person depicted therein?
Yes.
And who is that person?
Lil Wayne.
Okay. Your Honor, I move for the admission of Mr. Williams, number 31.
Any objection to defendant Williams 31?
Your Honor, I just asked whether the witness has actually seen that portion of the person's body that is depicted in defendant's 31 before making or not making. In other words, whether he's seen from the neck down.
Let me see it, please. Thank you, sir. Here. You want to ask more foundation of what's in the picture, so.
I believe the foundation has been laid, Your Honor.
Then I asked him why did the witness.
You need to lay a little more foundation because there's what's in the picture, he's not spoken about, so that would be why you need to probably lay a little more.
In Mr. Williams, number 31, is Mr. Carter or Lil Wayne wearing a shirt?
No.
Have you seen images of Mr. Carter or Lil Wayne not wearing a shirt in the past?
Yes.
Okay. And have you seen videos of Lil Wayne or Mr. Carter not wearing a shirt during performances?
I'm going back to a movie. That was my mind. A movie.
That's
A
fine.
movie he was in.
Okay. And on the totality, you said that you followed Lil Wayne a lot, right?
Yes.
Okay. And is it like Jeffrey where if he's in something you are interested in looking at it?
Yes.
All right. And does Mr. Williams number 31 without the shirt of Lil Wayne, does that accurately depicts just means show what Lil Wayne looks like?
Yes.
Okay. With all the tattoos.
Yes.
And you accurately on your oath recognize that?
Yes.
Okay, Your Honor, I move again.
All right, any further objection, madam?
No, Your Honor.
Defendant Williams 31 is admitted to be published as you see fit.
Okay, I just want to go through some of these. You have in front of you, if it helps you, it's on the screen too, but you could use the exhibit in front of you if that helps. I want to go through some of the items that's shown in number 31. Now, this is the same person that the jurors have been heard about through your testimony a lot. Is that fair to say? The person you really like?
Yes.
The artist? And do you know his real name to be Dwayne Carter?
Yes.
And this is the same Mr. Carter you spoke about who was under and worked with Brian Birdman Williams. Is that the same person?
Yes.
All right. Now, on this picture, Mr. Williams, number 31, do you notice any tattooing of the face of Lil Wayne?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have tattoos on your face?
Yes.
And does Mr. Williams or Jeffrey?
Yes.
All right. Now, I'd like to specifically talk, if you don't mind, about the neckline of Lil Wayne You see it in Mr. Williams, number 31. Can you identify or see whether this is correct? Do you see some stars around the neckline?
Yes.
And how many stars do you count?
5.
And how many points are on the stars?
5.
And what color are the stars? And there may be multiple colors. You can name them all if you want. So what's the predominant color, if you think there is one predominant?
Red.
All right. Now, this gentleman is an entertainer. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And by entertainer, he does movies, right?
Yes.
He does social appearances like you went to go see him at he wasn't performing, but he's just appearing at a club, right?
Yes.
He does clearly music, fair to say?
Yes.
And he's one of the icons of music. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And he's been like that since he's been a child. Is that true?
Yes.
And he's still like that today.
Yes.
And do you know, if you don't know, that's fine, but do you know that he was born in the early 1980s?
I don't know about that.
Do you know if he's older than you? How about that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if he's older than Jeffrey?
Yes.
All right. Would you agree that he's approximately, and if you don't know, just say I don't know, a decade or 10 years rather, older than you and Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Okay. And he was already well-known, famous, and popular for music and other entertainment by the time you met Jeffrey in about 2007. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. When he has these stars around his neck, he also sings in some songs about gangs. Is that true?
Yeah, neighborhood and stuff. Yeah.
And that goes to entertainment as well, right?
Yes.
And his videos show things like red hats, 5-point stars. He sings about that. He shows it, right?
Yeah.
It's entertainment, right?
Objection, Your Honor, speculation.
I sustain the objection, Mr. Foreman.
Is it entertainment to you?
Your Honor, objection to relevance and speculation as to the meaning or significance or.
I sustain the objection, Mr. Steele.
Do you know whether Lil Wayne has ever won awards for his music and entertainment?
Objection, relevance.
I sustain the objection.
Do you tell the ladies and gentlemen jury if it's part of, in your viewpoint, the American culture, this type of songs about gangs, 5-point stars, etc.?
Objection, relevance,
It's
speculation,
It's this.
I sustain the objection.
Do you know other artists who also have tattoos of a bee with a red colored in?
Yes.
Do you know other artists? And we can say actors and professional sports people who show gang signs. What you know to be gang signs.
They do movement of their hand,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah.
You said they do movement with their hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you seen sports figures, professional sports figures? Basketball, football, baseball. Have you seen them go like this with wiping their nose
Yes.
on national TV?
Yeah.
Have you seen at the Super Bowl performers playing and doing C's for the Crips?
objection,
I sustain the objection.
Have you seen tennis players? Do you know who Serena Williams is?
Yes.
Have you seen her at Wimbledon doing what's called the Crip Walk? Do you know what a Crip Walk is, first of all?
I don't watch tennis.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Kokomo. Through your understanding of your consumption, that means what you learn about, what you see, what you attracts you, your interest, is gang culture promoted via entertainment?
Yes.
You ever hear of the expression a studio gangster?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury what that means.
Somebody who rapping about, we're in the studio talking about gangster stuff.
And that's for entertainment, right? It's for promotion.
Yeah.
Jason?
Sustained.
Do you know who LeBron James is?
Yes.
Who is, tell the ladies and gentlemen jury who LeBron James is.
NBA player.
Okay. And have you seen him do the wiping of the nose and say slime?
Nah. Oh.
Okay. I'd like to show you what I'm going to mark as Mr. Williams number 3-1, I believe.
Already have that, 31. 31 was it.
31. May I approach 1 second, Your Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Stevens, may I just see what I marked as 31? May I approach? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I messed up your note. Okay. I'm going to show you what I'll mark as Mr. Williams number 30. $33.
You may start. Yeah.
May I approach you, sir? This is number 33. Mr. Williams, just take a look at that, orient yourself to it. And now I'm going to ask you similar questions. Tell me if you recognize it.
Yes.
And how do you recognize what is marked as Mr. Williams number 33?
I recognize the Instagram name, the place, and the two people that they referring to.
And have you seen this on Instagram when it came out or thereabouts? If you remember.
No, I don't remember. May have.
Understood. On the date that it came out, do you see the date at the very bottom?
Yes.
You're not in custody yet, right? Remember you told the jurors you were in custody about October 2014?
Yeah.
So this before October 2014?
Yes.
Do you know if you went to this event, if you can remember?
No, I don't know.
Okay. From you are seeing this, have you seen this item that was put on Instagram by the person who put it on? Have you seen that before? Have you seen this before?
Man, it's a flyer. I've seen several flyers, so may have.
One more time.
It's a flyer promoting, so I may have.
You're not sure? Or
No, I may have.
you may have.
I've seen a lot of flyers.
Okay. Well, with that, Your Honor, I'm going to move for the admission of number 33.
He said he may have, he doesn't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna sustain the state's objection.
All right, let me show you number 34. May I approach?
You may, sir.
May I approach you?
Yes.
We're showing you Mr. Williams, number 34. Tell me if you recognize that.
Yes.
And how do you recognize number 34?
The person who went?
Have you seen it before?
Yes.
Have you seen it on social media, on your Instagram?
Yes.
And is it true and accurate? What that means is, are there any changes that you can say that, hey, this doesn't look right? Or does it look the same?
No.
Which one? I asked you two questions. It looks the same or
It's the same.
same?
Yeah.
Your Honor, I move for the admission, and I believe it's number 34.
Any objection to defendant Williams 34?
No objection.
All right, defendant Williams 34 is admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Okay. Do you recognize and it's not, the photograph got cut off, I believe. If I'm wrong, you could use a photograph of number 34, but otherwise what's on the screen is the exhibit as well. Do you recognize at the very top what that says?
Yes.
What is that?
My Instagram name?
Okay. And is that also called an Instagram maybe handle?
Yes.
All right. And who, if you know, is Thugger1 at the very top?
Jeff.
Okay. And does that mean that someone or Jeffrey put on his Instagram account this photograph?
Yes.
All right. And I'd like to go through the photograph with you if I may. If you can blow it up, if it doesn't distort. Okay. Now, you said you see Jeffrey. Is he the gentleman in the very front?
Yes.
And what is he doing with his finger? Or his right finger.
Put it on his nose.
Okay. And is that something that you've seen other entertainers, like you told the ladies and gentlemen jury, doing?
Yes.
And have you seen fans do that?
Yes.
And is that common? Is that part of popular culture?
Yes.
And when Jeffrey, he's wearing some sort of, I'm going to say hat. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'd like you to look at Jeffrey's center of his chest. Do you see the white shirt with a pendant at the lowest part on the shirt, like the chest area?
Yes.
And tell the ladies and gentlemen jury what that pendant says.
YSL?
Okay. And is that Jeffrey's record label?
Yes.
And is that what he promotes all the time?
Yes.
Is that what he sings about?
Yes.
Is that what he does videos about?
Yes.
Is that what he does social media about?
Yes.
Talks about all the time.
Yes.
Do millions of people around the world also chime in on this, on YSL?
Yes.
Okay. And if you know, is YSL have employees? If you know, if you don't know, say I don't know.
Yes.
Do they pay taxes?
Yes.
Okay. Are they owned by a publicly traded company? I may have asked you that yesterday.
You did.
Okay, I don't remember your answer. I'm going to move on, okay?
Yeah, you asked me. I said I didn't know if
Yeah.
somebody bought it or not.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Now, if you look at, do you recognize the gentleman in the picture to the right?
Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be it would be like looking at the pictures on the right.
Yes.
You see where Mr. Kokomo kind of centered a little bit?
Yes.
Tell ladies and gentlemen jury if you know who that person is.
Well, A movie star?
Okay.
Entertainer?
That person's in movies?
Yeah,
Have you seen that person in movies?
yes,
Do you know him by the nickname Little Meech?
yes,
Okay. If you look to the gentleman to the left, kind of underneath Jeffrey's right arm, you see that person that Mr. Kokomo is kind of trying to center?
yes.
Do you know who that person is?
Not by it.
One more time, I couldn't.
Nah,
Okay.
but by reading the caption, I know who it is.
Okay, well, if that refreshes your memory
Your Honor,
and helps you, then that's fine.
You can answer.
Who is that person?
The person who he referring to on the caption, he telling them what's up.
Okay. Do you know who that person is?
If that's what he's saying on the caption, it looked like he's speaking to both of them. So yeah,
Okay. We're going to get to the caption now then, okay? We'll might as well do that. Mr. Kokomo, can you just scroll down on Mr. Williams' number 34, if you don't mind? And this is the caption you're talking about?
yeah,
Okay. And this says, we'll just go through it all if you don't mind. See at the top line, it says liked by King, Joffi, Joker,
yeah,
and 328,000 plus others. You see that?
yeah,
Okay. Then it says Thugger Thugger 1, Michi, and Buka, what's up, peace, right?
yeah.
Okay. And does that line, what you were referring to, that helps you understand who that person was under Jeffries? Tell ladies and gentlemen who that person is.
Buka.
Okay. And who is Buka, if you know? What does he do?
He worked for the label.
Okay. View, then it says view, the next line, I'm just looking at it. It says view 2,057 comments. You see that? See that?
Yeah,
Some people may not know what that means. Just tell, if you know, tell the ladies and gentlemen what that means.
2,000 plus people commenting.
Okay. They could write comments on this?
Yeah,
This is public domain, right?
yes,
Okay. And by that, I mean, it's out in the public on the internet.
it's public. Yeah,
Now that date, if you don't mind, December 31, 2021, you see that?
yes,
Is that about the time that you know that Pushin' P, the song, was being released?
yes,
And then when Jeffrey or whomever wrote "What's Up, P's" in blue, right? Is that true?
yes,
And P only comes in an icon, if you know, on Instagram in blue. Is that true?
yes,
And then P's, if you know, stands for Pushing P, right?
yes.
Okay. All right. I think that's it. Thank you, Mr. Kokomo. I'd like to show you what I'm going to mark. Number 35. While the state is looking at that, with the court's permission, can Mr. Kokomo just put up the last exhibit, which is 34, if you don't mind?
34?
If that's okay with this honorable court.
Yes, 34 can be republished.
Mr. Stevens, I'm going to approach, if the honorable court gives me permission, and show you again what's been marked and admitted as State's Exhibit number 23U. Your Honor, may I do that? Thank you.
Okay? Yes, you may approach.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to show you this is exhibit that's already been in evidence, and it captures the indictment, okay? Can I approach you?
Yeah.
States number 23U. I'm going to ask you, you look at the whole document you want, but I'm going to ask you to focus on overt act in count one, number 1155, if you don't mind. Tell me, if you see 155, what is the date alleged by the prosecution in overt act number 155 on State's Exhibit 23U, the indictment?
December 30th, excuse me, I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. December the 31st, 2021.
Okay. And what is the date on Mr. Williams' number 34 at the bottom?
Ain't on there, it's on here though.
Yes, sir.
December 31st, 2021.
Same date. Correct?
Yeah.
And in State's Exhibit 23U, does it discuss Mr. Williams with a finger under his nose as the allegation made by the prosecution?
Yes.
And is that similar to the picture in State's, Mr. Williams' number 34?
Yes.
And does it say as an allegation of a crime, an overt act in number 155 that the prosecution used that Mr. Williams is wearing a YSL chain?
Yes.
And is that the same appearance in Mr. Williams' number 34?
Yeah, I'm going to object as to the appearance. It either he has a basis for knowing if this is the same picture.
I sustain the objection.
Is Mr. Williams wearing a YSL necklace as alleged in Mr. Williams' number 34?
Yes.
And is that the same allegation made in overt act number 155?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor, to the basis.
I sustain the
It's
objection.
written, not whatever word is that written in 23U, State's Exhibit, count one, overt act 155?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, I'd like to show you, or show you. May I approach, sir?
Amen.
Mr. Williams, number 35. May I approach?
Yes.
Tell me, take a look at that. Study it. Tell me if you recognize Mr. Williams' number 35.
Yes.
And have you seen this before on social media?
Yeah.
Have you seen it on your social media account?
Yes.
And does number 35 of Mr. Williams have any type of changes or modifications or amendments to it? That means, has it been changed since you saw it originally on your Instagram?
No.
Is it identical or seemingly to your memory identical as what you saw when it was originally posted on the social media
Yes.
platform Instagram?
Yes.
Your Honor, I am moving for the admission of Mr. Williams' number 35, if that's okay with the sound record.
If this is the same photograph, I'm just wanting to confirm whether this was not one that was already admitted.
Do you want to consult or confer with Mr. Steele?
So it was not admitted.
You all talk about this.
No, the one I just showed you.
Defendant Williams 35 is admitted and to be published as you see fit.
Mr. Kokomo, if it doesn't distort, can you just do me a favor and more center and make enlarge the photograph? Okay. Mr. Stevens, can I ask you some questions about Mr. Williams, number 35?
Yes.
If you need to see it, it's the same thing. It's on the screen, otherwise it's in front of you. Same thing at the very top, Thugger 1, you recognize that Instagram handle?
Yes.
And that's Mr. Williams or Jeffrey's Instagram handle?
Yes.
And then I'd like to go to the photograph, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Do you recognize the person in that photograph?
Yes.
And who is that person?
Jeffrey.
Okay. And is Jeffrey wearing, or is he looking at something?
Yes.
And what does it appear to be looking? What does he appear to be looking at?
His phone.
Okay. And then someone took a picture?
Yes.
All right. With regards to Mr. Williams, number 35, I'd like you to focus on the chest area of Mr. Williams. You see over the white and black shirt, you see a pendant?
Yes.
And what does that pendant say on it?
YSL.
And is that similar to what you described earlier?
Yes.
And is that something that Jeffrey all the time promotes for his business?
Objection, Your Honor. One compound, two speculation. You can't speak to it.
I stand objection.
Is that something Jeffrey all the time promotes?
Yes.
And is that his record label?
Yes.
Does he sing about it?
Hold on. Basis.
Speculation as to what Mr.
Yeah,
Williams.
I'll stand objection.
Okay. Is that what Jeffrey sings about, those YSL?
Yes.
And is it his record label?
Objection, Your Honor, again, as to the state of mind of Mr. Williams and what he intends to convey.
I stand.
I'm not asking for a state of mind. I'm asking for a fact. Is YSL Mr. Williams' record label?
Your
Yes.
Honor, the fact that YSL is a record label owned by Mr. Williams.
I would object to speaking
Okay, all right,
objections.
both of you. I'm a sustaining objection. Let's move on.
All right. I don't know if Mr. Kokomo, can do it, but you see on the right shoulder, if you can make that larger, Mr. Kokomo, thank you very much. Do you see a tattoo with a, what I would say a B and a red color? Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. And is that similar to tattoos that you've seen other artists have?
Yes.
And do you know specifically when Mr. Williams got that tattoo?
No.
I'd like you to then go down. Mr. Kokomo's going to have to make this smaller. And that we'll go to the words at the bottom. You see the first line of words, liked by, I'll say, Lil Meech, BMF, and 311 plus thousand other people.
Yes.
And that's the same explanation you gave the jurors.
Yes.
People can like things or dislike things, right?
Yes.
And then it says on next line, Thugger 1, P'est, quote unquote, the P ever, right?
All right.
And then view comments, that's what you described earlier, people can comment.
Yes.
And that could be strangers, right? Fans, whatever. And this is February 12th, 2022. If you know, if you don't know, say I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what year it say. It's February 12th though. It
Okay.
got to be 2022.
Why do you say it has to be 2022?
Because that's when the whole. That's when he was promoting the song, Pushing P.
Okay. And we're going to use something now to assist on that too. Can you use that indictment, which is 23U, should still be in front of you? And if you could turn to overt act number 168, if you don't mind. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And what date is the prosecution alleging in count 1 overt act number 168?
Same. Oh, February 12th, 2022.
Okay, same date, February 12th, 2022, correct?
Yeah.
And then in that allegation, do you see where the prosecution alleges the YSL, the chain,
Yes.
as an overt act?
Yes.
And that Jeffrey has a B on his right shoulder. That's the crime overt act, right?
Right.
Anything else in there that I missed because I'm not looking at the indictment?
No.
That's everything?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Kokomo. Have you seen, we talked about LeBron James. Have you seen him promote and advertise going around to his teammates and doing the wiping of the nose and saying slime? Have you seen that?
Objection, Your Honor, as to pronoun number one.
Yeah, I sustain the objection.
Have you seen LeBron James do a video, put out a video, wiping nose saying slime to his teammates?
I seen LeBron James. He got a different handshake for each player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Describe-
to non-responsive.
Yeah, I sustain the objection.
Describe what you remember seeing LeBron James doing when you say he has a different handshake for each player.
An objection to relevance.
It'll be relevant in a minute. I will tie it up in a moment.
All right, can you answer the question, Mr. Stevens?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
What do you remember LeBron James doing with each individual teammate that you described? And tell the jury.
He do a lot of stuff. He do a lot of stuff.
Did one of them include wiping nose saying slime? If you remember, if you don't remember, it's okay, Mr. Stevens.
I mean, LeBron may have did it.
Okay. I'm going to see if we can refresh your memory. With the court's permission, can Mr. Kokomo show Mr. Stevens, outside the presence of the jury, a video?
Yeah.
Can you all come on up for a second, please?
I tell you, that DA drives me nuts. I'm going to call her DA objection. No, I'll think of something. Look at him. He's styling. Look at him today. What kind of gear is that? And see, that is true. People will copy these artists, like wear the clothes that they wear, tattoos. It's just strange to me that they do that. I got my own swag, Grandma, okay? My own, my very own. Where's the awesome bearded guy? He's on this side of the room. He's over here somewhere. And Grandma, they started late today. Thank God, because I woke up late. So I was happy about that. I like the outfit he wore a couple days ago, though. John, what is going on, John? What's your deal today? Now remember, when Grandma is on the tablet, don't walk in the room talking smack. Okay? Okay, John? We got that clear, John. Ah, gotcha. Oh, what could she be complaining about? What could be going on here? You're not on your tablet? Oh, okay. I can't watch on my phone because you don't want to know why I cannot see the screen. You have a laptop? People prefer their phones. It's amazing to me. Sorry. So, anyways, I got to think of a name for that DA because I'm not liking her. Grandma, I don't like her. Oh, bless his little heart. Literally, bless his little heart. I know, right? I cannot stand her either. I got to show that video when the judge yelled at her. I thought it was funny. You know, they've only had 10 years to put this trial together, right? Maybe I should have started a half an hour later, man. We got to deal with this crap. Listen to me, we got to deal with this crap. The only reason why I say that because of, 50 plus objection DA. I know it should be, bitch, please. 50, 50 objection DA. Bitch, please. How about that? I mean, look at the first question still asked him. She was objecting. That's crazy, ain't it? And that poor guy on the stand, Stevens, he's just getting more confused by all the objections. He's already confused anyways, being up there. Grandma, from my understanding today, it's going to be another early day for them. Shocker. Well, let's show the other guys. I want to see the other guys' faces. Come on now. Do you remember yesterday when they played that music video? Well, that company, whoever owns the music, they blocked my video. So I wonder if like Law and Crime and them, if they blocked theirs, and I'm going to find out. But they blocked mine. Oh. Okay. That is the guy, allegedly, that was passing that pill. Allegedly. This guy needs a stylist. Yes, of course they do. Grandma. It's getting pretty freaking old, I can tell you that much. Why come to my channel and come in there and be all rude like that? Get the hell out of here. I'm not here for you. Stylist. He looks like such a young kid. Well, he is a kid to me. He's not happy. He's very upset with that guy in the stand. Because he's singing like a canary this week, unlike last week. You know, the thing about it is, Grandma, in intros, everybody does an intro. Almost everybody. Unless, you're talking drama, the drama people just jump right in. It's all about the message, okay? And not only that, there's meaning to that song, okay? Right. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There's another one. Grandma, it's a bearded guy. There's your buddy. Right? Music has meaning. People really need to pay attention. Come in my stream like that. There you go. The bearded king is now on the screen. Oh, please. Really? Okay, DA. Oh, she's going to drive me nuts. Boy, is there a big delay in StreamYard? Wow. Sidebar. Well, it's a long 90 seconds for me. I don't think I ever want to be on a jury now. You get DAs like that object to everything. He can't even get out a complete sentence. She's objecting. She's a bully, Grandma. She is a bully of objectors. Objectable. Yeah, right? Oh my God. Could you imagine being in that courtroom as a bailiff or whatever and trying to monitor everything like that? Yeah, she's pretty bossy, ain't she? She comes all hard and tough. What are you laughing at, Grandma? Well, the guy in back's laughing. Oh, okay. Well, because StreamYard's behind. So I just wanted to make sure. No, I'll just name her bitch, please. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh. What are you doing, Nala? Sweet girl. Her family objects her. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, sweet girl Nala. Sweet girl Nala's sitting next to me. Well, kind of sitting next to me. That's because there's a sidebar. And hello, hi, how you doing? Grandma, put your sidebar up there so I can put it on the screen so people know. Yeah, she does. You're welcome. Sidebar. Their sidebars, though, are like anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. And then next thing you know, they're letting the jury go for a break. That's what they do. Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in discussing with council, I think we may have come to a point where it might be a stopping point for us for today. As I promised you earlier, we're probably gonna have a short work day today, much like yesterday. So, bring Mr. Stevens back in, please. Oh, bless you. That sounded like it hurt. Mr. Stevens. Mr. Stevens, we're going to stop your examination at this point in time, consistent with my earlier directives for your examination. We're going to pick up your examination on the 22nd of January. I need you to be here for 9:30. Okay? You all right with that?
No, but I'll be here.
You might want to talk to Ms. Gladden about what happens if you don't show up, okay? So, but no, you've been really great thus far, sir. Just come back on Monday, the 22nd, for 9:30, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Please don't discuss testimony with anybody except the attorneys in this case, okay?
Yes, sir.
Or your counsel. All right, you may be excused, sir. Thank you, Ms. Gladden.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, of the jury, any ministerial inquiry with me thus far? Okay, all right, so let's go through your ad nauseum admonitions. You're going to have a little bit of a break given the fact that we are going to have the King Week and I have some other unrelated business that I have to take up tomorrow as well as a part of next week's. And also council need to have some administrative days to take care of some things, okay? I'm also trying to keep everybody healthy, which is a challenge. So I'm going to tell you as well as I'm telling them,
while you're off, if you have not gotten a flu shot, if you have not had an updated COVID shot, or if you were in the category like me over a certain number of decades that needs to have an RSV shot, or you have some other type of underlying medical issue that would make it a recommendation, while we are out, go ahead and get those, because we are, and I'll tell the lawyers the same thing, because we are going to start having the issue of people getting sick. So please go ahead and do that while we are down, and take that opportunity to do that. I'm telling you, members of the jury, as well as our lawyer lobby as well, because I want you all to stay healthy. And if you want to wear a mask, even though I'm not requiring it as of yet, you are welcome to do so at any point in time that you feel the need that you need to do so, okay? All right, so that's my PSA as it relates to your health and everyone's health, because it's all related. So if you haven't done so, please take the opportunity to do so when we're down, okay? As a way to be responsible and respectful of your neighbors. Okay. So when we're down, no research on the internet, no talking with each other, no going by the scenes and visiting anything that has been testified to in the courtroom, no looking up of any legal terms, no discussions amongst each other, as well as any third parties that may want to with you or attempt to talk with you about this particular case. And remember, if you should in any way be approached by any third parties that are not otherwise the court's organic staff, that you would need to let Sergeant Ingram as well as myself know immediately. While you are gone, or we're on this little bit of delay, do not take your notepads home. Leave them here in the courthouse. We'll go ahead and hand them back out when you come back on the 22nd, okay? All right. It is my goal on the 22nd as well, or that week, to update you accordingly as to the schedule. I'll try and give you like the next 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out as to our plans, if there's any down days or anything such as that, okay? All right. Any inquiry of me, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. Last thing I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, is once again, and I say this on behalf of everyone, and you've probably heard me say this a gazillion times already, but it bears repeating. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for the attention that you're giving the matter on behalf of everyone. And we appreciate you. So please what you're doing in terms of the admonitions. And unless you have any inquiry of me, we will see you all on the 22nd for 9:30. And once all of us are here, we'll go ahead and get started thereafter, and we'll see where next week leads us. Okay. All right. Unless you have anything of me, ladies and gentlemen, all rise. Where you going? Where you going? Yeah, he's like annoyed. We're almost done, man. Almost done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our jury has left us. All right. Is there anything else I need to go through with you all? Any witness issues that you otherwise have been not able to resolve? I know you're using some of the time to take up to interview any outstanding witnesses, and has the state provided their next list of or tranche of witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor, provided that. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Ms. Hilton. Okay, Mr. Steele?
We have witnesses to interview, but the state is doing nothing but tentative professional, so I don't believe there's anything to take up with the court.
Okay, all right. Okay, I just wanted to inquire, just so if we had, I could be of assistance to all of you. All right, unless you have anything else of me, councils, we will see each other on the 22nd, and we'll just continue and see where the week leads us at that point in time. Okay. Unless you have anything else for me, we'll be in recess, okay? Before we go ahead and recess, please give me your electronic devices so I can recharge them. Other than that, we'll see you on the 22nd, all right?
Your Honor, can I approach an unrelated matter?
Say again?
Can I approach an unrelated matter?
Sure.
Oh, let me tell you. This is insane. Okay? Didn't I tell you how long they're going to take and they were going to come back and do a break? No, they're taking a break to the 22nd. This trial is not, it's going to take at least 6 months to do. Easy. With bitch, please. Yeah. It is. I know, right? I don't know what I'm going to do yet because I just woke up not too long ago and I'm barely even awake now, but I'll get back to you. Okay, Grandma. I know, right? If she's going to sit there and object like that, you know what? She should get penalized for that. What do you think? Okay. All right. See you guys later. Bye, Grandma. Love you.